Clip
Just
that.
spin it.
There it is. It's green. Green's
It's
good.
green. All right,
Green's
we're
gonna be
on.
good. Oh, no.
Did I just accidentally press a button though, or did you actually is spinning it actually?
It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Is that how you do it though?
It is now.
Oh, you just press it. Oh, you said
no,
spin it.
you did that for
Well, you said spin it, and that's what I did.
you did that for the theatrics of it all.
It's very literal.
Very.
Great intro, team. Well done.
Oh.
Nailed it. Welcome, Jess.
Hello.
Hi.
How you going?
I'm good.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
We haven't
Thank
had a
you.
guest for ages.
It has been a while.
And if you don't already know, this is like it's a guest with a difference because you're actually part of the team.
Yeah, I was like, that's guest to the podcast, not guest to you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Up until this point, it's been,
It's your.
we could go either way. It's
feel
like,
I'm on camera too, so
we
I'm
could have
looking at
really
you.
like,
I feel like we didn't do the 3-month review. It was just like, you can come on the podcast.
yeah.
They
Up
were-
until this moment, it's like,
You've made
you're,
it.
Yeah.
you're expendable.
You were like, all right, does her job tick?
Yeah.
Spend 6+ hours at Christmas party drinking. Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Takes
She
a
can
lot.
bring her on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is the final acceptance.
Great.
This is the last part of the onboarding process.
Yeah.
Excellent. If I fuck this one up, I'll
It's
know
over.
if I
It's
never
over.
get
If you
another
fuck
invitation.
up the podcast, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Especially if you go listen to our early ones.
Yeah.
'Cause- Yeah.
just to make sure I liked you guys, I listened to the most recent and then went downward. So
Yeah. Everyone,
when I started-
every single
Good idea.
person that lands
Yeah.
on the podcast always do that.
Yeah. but
Recent
we
to-
have people tell us that they start from the back and it's like, no.
why would you do
Don't
that?
do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No,
You
it's-
just listen back as far as you go, oh my God, this hurts my ears, and then
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah,
I don't know where I've stopped, but I just kind of slowly make. Oh, Tam, I slowly make my way down. Thank you. Do you need
What
a hand?
did you
Oh,
think of
coasters
the
and all.
Vietnamese coffee, Jess?
It was sweet.
It's a highlight of the podcast guest.
Who changed the beans,
appearances.
Tam, with the coffee?
Is this a Padre one or a
They taste different. I'm not
shout
saying.
out to Padre? Please sponsor us
Yeah.
as soon as possible. A supermarket one. That's the way I taste shit.
Oh. I thought it was really nice.
I'm kidding. It's good.
Yeah.
It's got condensed milk in it. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, right.
It tastes different. I'm not saying it tastes bad. It just tastes different.
It means I won't be rocking in a corner about 20 minutes from now with crazy anxiety like the Padre does to me.
Right.
If I have 2 of them before midday, it's not a good time.
Well, I was already a little bit nervous, even though I talk shit constantly every day. I was a little bit nervous to start. Sculled the coffee, and I was like, "Oh, that's a terrible mistake." But we're good. We're good. It's
So I'm
fine.
gonna-
Good idea.
I'm going to make you less nervous
Oh.
by starting a fight early, and then I'm going to just check out.
Oh shit, yeah.
I can't be bothered. I don't.
Big
So
turn legs.
I'm not invested enough, honestly, to really care. But
That's a really good start. I love it.
LeBron scoring record during the week.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is he the GOAT now?
I don't know.
He
I
kind
don't-
of has to be. I think after crossing that,
Has he passed MJ?
It's hard because I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's
You
just
don't know
like just
about a lot
because you
of things.
scored the most points, though, does that make you the best person? Like, what if your job wasn't to score the points?
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, because it's like that'd be like everyone's going, like maybe there's some NFL player with like the most touchdowns ever,
Mm.
and it's like, oh, but the person who threw the ball is the person who's the best ever.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm going there, so don't go
Yeah.
there yet. Don't ruin it
Yeah.
for me.
I know, like if people like don't get me wrong, it's in the question, but I don't know. I don't like those sports comparisons either because it's just like the game's different, you know.
Two completely different people.
Yeah, that's right. It's
in
like
different teams. 'Cause
yeah,
the only way, I have this discussion all the time with Bryce. Like, how do you compare someone that played in the time that Kareem played and he just absolutely annihilated everyone? And everyone's like, oh, but you can't compare because he's not playing against this. No, he was playing against people of that level and he was smashing them because he was in that level.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how he would play against today's
Yeah.
current
Yeah.
NBA. It's
It's all-
irrelevant.
Yeah, then you've got
they're
to
the
look
best
at-
of their generation, and it's like you'll have. I think it's
That's
better to
it.
have generational players than it is to have the
yeah.
greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Totally.
I like that. The greatest of the generation.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I
This
feel
is,
like
it's like really diffused. I really
Yeah.
thought that you'd be passionate
I'm not that
about it.
passionate about it. Like soccer.
I'm-
I'll fight you, but
Okay.
it's different.
So
I'm not that passionate about LeBron. Like, I think he's incredible at what he does, but like the NBA, like we were saying, one player. Like, even when they advertise a game, it's not Lakers versus Nets. It's LeBron versus Durant. Not anymore. He just got traded.
Yeah.
But like,
But still is. But just
and
different
then
teams. Yeah.
you like play the most passionate game ever. You do really, really well, and then that night you're shipping up and you're moving to a different state to play for a different team. So it's not like they set it up. You're set up for your own stats. Like LeBron is only going to care about LeBron. He's still great at what he does, but this whole season I was like, when are you going to retire?
Yeah.
When are you going to free up the cap space so we can have a better
So the
team?
Lakers.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck.
But yeah, I'm not as passionate about him as you probably thought.
Yeah, no, I just like as a sporting
Amazing.
fan.
Incredible.
Amazing feat as an athlete.
If you look at this week,
probably
like,
won't be broken
You mentioned
anytime
Brady.
soon. Yeah.
So like Brady's like in terms of quarterback stats, he's like 6th.
Yeah.
Like he's not that good
yeah.
as like a passer. His pass rating is maybe top 5. But you got like Rodgers, Breeze, Brett Favre, what's his name? The young fella played for Detroit.
No
Anyway,
idea.
Yeah,
there's
tell
a
the
few
story.
others that have like played enough games to qualify, and he's not on there. And then someone said the other day, like, Tom Brady isn't the best athlete. You can't say he's the GOAT of athletes because he's not a fucking athlete.
Yeah.
But and then there was like pushback of like, well, the Patriots had the best. Their defense won them half of their Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Like all of these things are kind of lined up. You're like, is he the GOAT? But it's like the rings, man. Like the rings.
Yeah.
It's.
I
Like,
think,
I'm a Green Bay fan, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than you, but he has 1, I think, maybe 2 rings.
Yeah.
It's like you can't.
It's hard. When you have the ring talk, then it's like, especially in NBA, it's like, it doesn't like Bill Russell have like the most? Or something?
Literally,
Like,
you just have to be on the roster.
Yeah, on the right team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like,
there's players like Robert Horry has like 6 or 7 or something,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Who is he?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I think it's impact as well. Like,
Yeah.
I think that, and that's the interesting question is like with the Jordan LeBron debate, I would argue that like there's generational players that transcend their sport.
Yep.
LeBron probably has, but I don't think he's done it the way Jordan did. Like
It's a sign of the times though as well. Because
Yeah.
fame in the 90s is never going to look the same as what fame in 2023
yeah, because of
is.
social media and stuff.
Like,
but,
it's just never...
but like
NBA wasn't
just,
as popular in his Jordan's generation,
but
he made it popular.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the Tiger golf. So that's where I was the next part of that conversation. Then you go like Tiger, I don't follow soccer at all, but all the stuff I'm seeing come out now is like Messi's number 1.
Yeah, if you go individual accolades, just if you know anything about soccer as an individual soccer player with abilities,
Yeah.
Ronaldo's the man.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
I only just registered when you were like, Tiger. And I was like,
Tiger Woods.
yeah.
He plays golf, Jess.
I just registered then because I was like, why are we talking about animals? Like,
But so
Tiger's the
so
greatest ever.
so to
of
prove
course I know who it is, but it just seemed like so out of nowhere. You're like,
The greatest animals.
Tiger.
The greatest animals of the jungle.
Yeah. So to prove the point, name 2 other golfers.
oh, I could never.
Yeah.
I
So
could
that-
never.
What about the shark?
When you Big Greg.
Actually,
Yeah.
Yes.
Third best golfer.
you didn't say good golfers. You just said name a golfer.
People who swing
That's
clubs.
it. Yeah.
I have a Golf Link membership. I'm a real golfer now.
Yeah.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah, I'm all grown.
That's it.
Yeah, just that interesting conversation then of like, well, who's the GOAT of sport, which then becomes really interesting. 'Cause you
Who's
got,
the
like,
go to sport?
Well, like
Wow.
who's the greatest athlete ever? You got like Mayweather, you've got Messi, Ronaldo, you've
What
got
are you?
Jordan, LeBron, you've got Tiger, you've got Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton.
There'd
What
have
do
to
you
be multiple
define-
categories. This
Yeah.
would have to be like someone you could put on a cereal box.
Yeah.
So they got to be clean cut. They got to have.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Well, think it because they're like they're the ambassador of sport,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So if like you just had
Yeah.
sport,
Who's done the most for their sport? Maybe.
Yeah, who's
So
done the most
So
for
Mayweather's
sport?
done.
Well,
Who's
Tiger Woods didn't have a good reputation.
yeah. Well, you don't want to have someone
Right?
who was a
But he had the
Infidelity.
He had the redemption story.
Yeah.
What's his redemption? I don't
Oh,
know.
well, he
Well, he's
came
back
back
now.
and made he
Yeah.
got back to world number 1 after
Yeah.
that period.
And him and his son have a really good relationship, and it's a really wholesome,
It's
kind
wholesome.
of thing now.
I never heard anything past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
again,
it's
don't follow
not,
golf.
I was going to say I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
If you're not in the sport. But
Yeah.
But he can't be the pin-up dude.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
It's a good story, but he can't be. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Tom Brady made
What
out
about
with
Roger Federer?
Tom Brady made out with his son.
Yeah. Feeling nice dude. You know, he was pretty good at tennis. You know,
He's
pretty
alright.
good. Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I think other tennis players have surpassed his.
I think. Have you watched Breakpoint?
Nah, look, I don't really like tennis, to be honest.
Yeah, well, me either. But I was like, if people are giving the F1 show, like Jess, giving the Drive to Survive a chance, I'd give the tennis one a chance.
Yeah, but then I thought if I watch it, it'll make me like tennis, and I don't want to.
I don't have the time
tennis.
to keep up with tennis.
Yeah.
I don't want another show that I have to watch at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning.
I don't want to watch tennis.
Yeah. It was okay, but
Did it make you want to watch tennis?
Look, I watched the Aussie Open finals because I watched it.
Oh,
I haven't watched the Aussie Open finals ever.
Tennis only exists in January, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Only when there's no Australians that are good at tennis. That's true. Because you don't really hear about it.
Yeah.
It's been rubbish for a while. Didn't we have some good at tennis player and she quit?
Yeah, she retired.
Yeah. It's like, got to world number one and was like,
I'm out.
Nah.
Tick box laters.
I love that, though. I think more people should retire when they're the best.
It's harder to stay at the top than it is to get there, though.
Yeah, that's when
If you hit the peak,
that's when you get your payday, though.
where are you transcending?
Yeah, but it's harder to stay at the top, so there's a greater respect to maintain that, and that's where the LeBron conversation comes in. It's like he's that good at being good that when he's just good, people are like, eh.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you average like 28 points a game, and it's just,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and he's done it for 20 years.
Yeah. It's like that's
longevity.
Staying at the top is
add
the hardest thing to do.
it as well. Like, and I think that's where Mayweather comes into it.
Who's the English F1 dude? The story with Nicky Lauda? James Hunt?
Yeah,
so
just one and left.
Just one and was like, that's it. I'm done.
Because he had enough money anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too. Like retiring when you become number one, it's like that's payday year.
Yeah.
Like that's when all the roles come in. It's like once you've won, whatever the thing is, it's like you're on money forever.
Well, like with LeBron, like he's ticked off this now. He'll want to tick off playing in the same season as his son.
Yeah.
I think that's next season. That's LeBron done.
Yeah.
I think it's
cool. So we've come to zero conclusion, just named a heap of good people.
He is good.
Yeah.
Sport fun.
It's just like, I think my wife put it really well. She's just like, he's just consistently good, but not enigmatic or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Where like, there were other players that are just like really good, but just were very exciting and just had moments that were just
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Sometimes like standing out is part of it though. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But then maybe people would argue that he like being the best for so long is standing out. But
that is your standout.
Yeah.
He's
lost a lot of NBA finals though, so let's throw it out there. Like, you know, it's like if he won all, like, what is he like? 3 and 6 or some shit. So it's like, what if he was 6 and 3?
Yeah.
You know. I mean, arguably he took like teams that shouldn't have been there and blah 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 blah. But it's like, fuck, man, like you're only as good as your roster, right? So it's like, if the rings count, if the championships count, it's really hard to kind of put him right up there.
Change the question. Who's your favorite athlete ever?
Favorite athlete ever?
That's such a loaded question. And you said that I didn't have to do any prep for this interview.
Favorite athlete ever? Ronaldo's my favorite athlete ever. Yeah.
I can't look. I'm not across a whole bunch of sports.
Don't really do sport.
I have 3 sports.
Don't really know things.
I have 3 sports.
Three opportunities to choose from.
Yeah.
My favorite player of all time, NBA is obviously just the one sport I follow. My favorite player of all time, Allen Iverson.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
That's a good story.
Yep. Allen Iverson.
I can see that.
I can kind of just leave it there.
He was a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think I've idolized anyone the way that I idolized Peter Brock.
So I fucking knew that you were going to pick a V8 supercar driver.
I
knew it.
I would have to.
You're Shepparton showing.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to be like, even be like, it's Schumacher, but it wasn't. Like
that's fucking Brocky, mate.
Yeah.
King of Mount Panorama. Yeah.
My dad's so upset. But I met him heaps of times and all of that, so I would say I'd have to say him.
Did he have like is there an arch nemesis to like? Because I feel like every race. Okay. Yeah. Dick Johnson,
the man who hit a rock and cried.
Yeah. Wait, didn't the other guy hit something and he's not around anymore?
Oh no, he died. He didn't cry.
Yeah, that's what, I was like, he didn't cry, he died, didn't he?
No. So Dick Johnson.
You insensitive
Yeah, I was like,
No, he hit a tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes it all better.
Yeah, I was like,
No, so Dick Johnson hit a rock, and they were on track to win.
oh, okay.
And cried on national television, then came back and won the year after. And it was
Right.
like a really big thing.
Oh, okay.
But he like
Wait, he hit a rock as in like...
A small one or a boulder?
like someone had put a rock on the track or it had come loose or some shit.
I
Yeah.
will
This
say
is
one.
making a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's a pretty good
So
story.
that was that thing, and then prior to that, featuring Shadow.
Queen.
Prior to that, there was Alan Moffat. Before that, he was like the Ford guy, because it was obviously always Ford and Holden. So he was talented, but yeah.
So you really liked Brocky, huh?
Yeah, and I don't
That's all right.
know. I don't do the like celebrity thing that much.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
It's fair enough. I feel like you're going to pick the sport that you follow the
Totally.
most. And there's going to be someone within the sport that you followed the most.
Soccer,
Yeah.
NBA, cars.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shock.
It's like this person, you know more about that person than you know about other people. But yeah, I guess like if you think of like, I don't know, really good people at their sport, kind of squeaky clean in terms of their reputation, good for like a good example to...
Good ambassador.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a good ambassador just to people in general.
Yeah.
It's like that's a pretty hard to narrow that down to,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'd say I'd put Ronaldo up there if he didn't do Herbalife.
Oh, I feel like he's a good dude, but he's got that like. I mean, they all have to have that
He's an
like
animal.
dog in him, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, how are you the best if you don't have that?
Yeah. Pacquiao was apparently a dog
Yeah.
outside of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he wasn't that great a person. Ali, you got to put him up there.
Yeah.
He's a poster boy.
I don't know. It's just like way before our generation to really like know exactly what.
You
know,
sure?
It's like it was good. Oh yeah, well,
Middle-aged.
it's just tail end of my.
Boom. 20 minutes in. First age chat.
All right, we're doing this, are we? All right.
Jace has all of a sudden recovered from his leg session. He's on, ready
Certainly
to
have
go.
not. I
The
certainly
brain
have
cells
not.
have recouped. That
Don't wanna
should have
go.
been the disclaimer at the start. Jason not functioning. Blood in legs. Can't talk.
So, guys, one of the three of us actually fucking trained hard today.
It was not me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was not me.
So we'll let you guys guess who that was.
I was training on camera for the first time and I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, I'm
That's
getting
it,
humbled by this footage when it comes back.
You just have to pull faces. It looks
Yeah.
like it's heavy. It's fine. Tam's really good at it.
Great. Here for the edit.
I look at the weight stack when people
Do you?
film. Yeah,
You're a
100%.
dog.
I think I like
I
looked-
posted my squat the other day with like it was too zoomed in and there was no weight, so I was like, it looks heavy.
I've seen
I always
people.
look at the weights.
I've
Yeah.
seen people in the gym, so I've watched people record and they'll film from the leg press side where they've got an extra plate.
Yeah,
of course.
Sneaky.
And then, yeah. So Ben did that. He didn't squat as much as he said he squatted.
I
So
just,
if you-
I
if you-
filmed dead straight on, so you couldn't see the
If
side
you
of
pull
the bars, like,
the leg press weights closer to the edge as well, it looks like you've loaded them up.
Yeah.
oh, yep.
Yeah.
Jason's
But if you
like,
just load them up properly and
Take
just
notes.
get
I
stronger.
just film my squats at crew because the 20-kilo bumpers are like fucking a
Thick.
foot,
Just
a
like-
foot
They're
wide.
thick.
It's like
Film your leg press as well because like you can load that thing up and it's not
like
heavy.
350 or something. Yeah, yeah.
It's very good for the ego. Hello and welcome to the STCfit Learning Podcast. I'll be your host today. My name is Jason Galea and I'll be joined by Ben Scott. Thanks for joining us on our way to creating 1 million positive outcomes in personal training by 2030. The podcast is brought to you by STCfit Learning's Coaches Collective, a premium business mentoring service for PTs who want to attract the clients they want, earn a higher income, and have a long, sustainable fitness career. If you enjoy the episode, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcasting platform. A 5-star review goes a long way to helping us reach more people just like you. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Jess is our head mentor for our mentorship program. So takes care of all the trainers inside that space. Sorry to make this like go all formal all of a sudden, but we actually need
Fuck 'em
to
out.
talk about the person that's here.
oh, we're talking about Jess, Jason.
Oh, thank you.
It's not about me
She's
anymore.
She's the one
I'm
that
out.
keeps saying I'm old.
I've got to go.
So we thought we'd just bring Jess on as a get to know you, welcome formally to the team, introduce you to the public, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So tell us, because it was interesting. Actually, let's start with how you ended up with us, because that's an interesting story.
So I started on. So first, I slid your DMs as a coach. So I started training. I inquired formally about this. So yeah, I started training under Ben. Fun story in that, actually. I was like, cool, I really want to get my squat, bench, and deadlift strong. And that same week, I signed up for a CrossFit strong woman competition. By the way, Ben, power cleans.
Yeah. And then she teases me that I have a receding hairline. No matter what. So much stress in my life.
Valid. But I wasn't going to point it out on camera, but you did.
Self-deprecation's the key.
Yeah,
literally,
it is.
Get in first.
I can
Get
say
in
it.
first.
I can say
Yeah.
it. You can't.
Literally. So to get you guys, I don't know if you guys will tease my appearance on camera for the first time, so I think I'm safe today.
I
Definitely
feel
not.
like, we can tease
Definitely
each
not.
other about appearances,
Yeah.
and we're going to be okay about
I'm
it.
safe. I'm safe for today.
We're going to forget. Women don't forget.
Yeah.
I got a notebook
It's
of you
like,
fuckers.
that bitch 5 years ago, she fucking said this. It's like, I don't even remember what happened yesterday.
But yes, okay. So started training under Ben, and one of the main reasons I reached out is I wanted to be coached by somebody part of an organization or a business that looked like it was really well run.
Ooh. Hey.
So yeah,
Yeah, we've made
right,
it. Fake it till you make it.
At
right.
least it looks like it publicly. Now she's on the inside. It's a very
This
different
place
story.
is a fucking mess.
This is my notice.
I just wanted to do the podcast and now I'm out.
I'm doing this for the footage to post of myself. So yeah, that was like a big part of it. Like I obviously liked what you guys put out, and like being in the industry, I was like, I want to be coached by somebody that's running like you guys are running a good ship. So come on board, and it's not just all looks. Like I actually really enjoyed the systems behind it, and then maybe actually no, on our consultation call, I was like, give me a job. I really like your business. So I kind of like threw it in there.
You
I was
planted
like,
the seed so gently. It was just like, I would only coach with someone that I'd be happy to work for. And I was
yeah,
like-
that
and
was
I-
actually the line.
I was so dumb that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. he's like, I'm not even considering her.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my theory. If I could work for this company, I would be coached by them. And then, yeah, once I saw that it's not just a facade, that you guys like are authentic. Yeah, I kind of decided I had known for a while, like since having Parker, I was like, I don't really want to do this by myself anymore. Like I don't have it in me. And I said this to you, like it's not coming from a place of laziness, but I don't have it in me right now to start something from the bottom and make it huge. Like I've got the clients, but it's like, I want to be a part of something that's a lot bigger than I am. And I don't have it in me now where my priorities have shifted to be the person in the center of all of that.
Yep.
So as time went on a little bit, I kind of, just ended up reaching out, and I was like, I don't know what it looks like on the other side for you, but let's have a conversation, because if something was to come up, it doesn't need to be now. I'd love to be a part of STCfit. I'd love to be a part of what you guys are and what
Gym
you
manager.
do.
Done.
Moving to the west.
Gym manager.
Shout out to
sorted.
Bryce. You're coming, bro. You're
Yeah.
coming.
Hey, out of retirement too, mate. I'm going to take you out of retirement. All right?
You two can compete together.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Done.
I'll bail
Why
in the last
not?
minute. Keep cheating on my diet, bro. Fuck.
I'm just not ready.
just
Just not
help.
ready.
Yeah,
Just been a health complication.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the standard one, right?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed.
Oh, but
Yeah.
And then
And it was interesting because we were at a really interesting time in our development as well, because we kind of had a bit of a turbulent year, and we were just like, okay, let's get our feet back on the ground and figure out what the fuck's going on. And then obviously it was a weird year industry-wise, like speaking to a lot of people that were sort of planted. It was like, why is it so hard right now? Just like recruiting and all that kind of stuff. Just from the hangover, we thought like, hey, lockdown's finished, let's go. And it just didn't. So yeah, it was like a little bit of a, all right, let's stabilize first. And I think that's usually I'd be like, you what? You want to work with us?
Yeah.
Like straight away, you would just been like fucking on it. But I was like, nope.
No.
Yeah.
Brick wall, sorry.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, obviously further into that conversation, it was like, okay, there's opportunities. Getting to know you more as well. I was like, okay, this like...
We said yes, just letting you know.
No.
So you do like me?
There's 3 of us, and we had to say yes, just letting you know.
Noted. Jason doesn't hate me. All right.
Yeah.
We're on.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got to be unanimous, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, otherwise we have to go to...
Yeah, we got to argue.
Yeah, we have to fight,
Yeah.
and then we have to bring in an arbitrator.
It was too much effort, so I just said yes.
Yeah. I don't hate her enough, but
Yeah.
I can deal with her.
What is it? How's it worded? If it's proven to not be in the best interest of the company.
Of the vision and the mission.
Yeah, then you have to pay for all legal costs.
Yeah.
So it's easier just to agree.
Absolutely.
It's easy to say yes and fire you.
Yeah,
So
My
yes,
future is bright.
We tried, it just didn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, we saw experience, saw skill sets or personality, and I think the main thing for us was like moving forwards was culture, and just like direction and purpose, and the idea of like you said, coming into something that was bigger than you as an individual is like our thing.
Yeah.
It's like we have said heaps of times, like we could all just disappear and go do our own thing. Like Sam could do a media thing. Jason and I could go just be coaches and play golf a lot and live in Bali or something. They good golf course in Bali?
The flex is living in Melbourne.
Because it's more
I
expensive.
stand by it.
Yeah.
You can make it here. It's way better than going some cheap ass third world country.
True.
Just because the weather's good.
Yeah. So yeah, that was interesting. So then we ended up obviously like, hey, this is what's on the table, and we move forwards from there, which is cool. So I think it would be interesting being the person who is in charge of new people coming into the industry, which is essentially what our mentorship is. It's like a 12-month program. If you're just about to get qualified, start in the gym, jump on with us and just be an STCfit trainer for your first year.
Let us help you.
Get all of our shit, basically. Leverage the brand, the authority, and the app, and all of the resources, and all of that.
What a fucking sentence. Get all our shit.
That's it. That's what you get. So what's the mentorship? We get all of our shit for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to
Sorted.
write any of it. You didn't have to do any of it. It's yours.
Yeah.
Take our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? You're listening to the STCfit Learning Podcast, brought to you by ourselves. Feel free to go check out our website, so stcfitlearning.com. On there, we have a bunch of free resources, including how to niche your business, how to actually sell during consults, and a free programming template, plus our business scorecard, which you can go and take and see how you stack up in the industry based on what we think is elite and how to become the best trainer in your gym, in your town, and in the industry. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you take a screenshot and tag us, we really, really appreciate it. It really helps get this message out to help improve our industry and keep people in their personal training careers. Enjoy the app. So I thought like origin story is probably pretty important from yourself. Like I know you started in Good Life. How did you get into wanting to be a PT, and then how did that?
Yeah. I guess it's interesting because you guys might have. I didn't intend on starting in the fitness industry. I don't know where you guys were with it, but
I did by accident.
Every
too.
intention.
But Jason decided
I had a
when he was,
feeling,
like,
yeah.
Jason decided when he was 2. He was
As soon as I picked up a dumbbell, felt that resistance. I was like, oh, I just need more of this.
caught a shoulder pump climbing out of the cot and was like, hey, this is fucking a thing.
this is who I am.
This is my identity for the rest of my life.
Too bad, shit genetics.
All the shit ones blame genetics.
Yeah.
All right. So about me. No. So I actually straight out of school went to uni, studied criminal justice.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I was a couple.
It's going to be fun for us.
Yeah.
We
By
learn things.
the way, these guys did never ask me a question about myself. So started crim justice, got to the point where I had to start doing placements and things like that. Third year. And I learnt that where I was at, I have an autoimmune disease. It's not very important, lupus, for anyone that knows about it. But where I was at with my health, I actually wouldn't even be considered for the police force or the AFP.
Yeah, yep.
So I wouldn't have been considered at that point of my health. I'm sure it would be incredibly different now with management strategies and everything. But when you're 19 and you're drinking every weekend and you're working night shift and you're studying and you're doing all of these things, like I was in a terrible Terrible place. So in learning that I couldn't do that, I couldn't just really like throw in the towel and just do nothing. But I was very lost with like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had been training. My first gym membership was at like, mum had to sign it because I couldn't throw a basketball to half court because I was so weak. And I was like, you know what? I like training. I'll go get my certs. So got my certs. Got Good Life did the thing. They come in and I was like, I want to work there. Started working at Good Life and...
Which Good Life club?
Good Life Preston, just outside Northland.
Good gym.
Yeah, it was honestly like really grateful to have started there.
It was
like,
Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was. Did you start with Phoenix?
No, I was there within maybe the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Of it.
Don't
so
showing your age there, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's like, what the fuck is Phoenix?
So, well, when I started, everyone was like, oh, some of the equipment is from Phoenix. And I was like, okay.
That means it's a good one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Phoenix had the best equipment.
It was really good. Like we had like good squat racks, platforms, like everything that I wanted. And I was already, so how old? I was 20 and I was like already heavily into strength training. So I knew that that's what I wanted to do and that's what I wanted to coach. I came in only coaching women. So straight off the bat, I was like, I want to coach women to get stronger and be empowered. And that was like always my thing. Like find your confidence in the gym, let it have the ripple effect into every other area of your life. And that's never changed. So I actually teamed up with a lady when I was there. So she was a PT there and she ran small group training. Now, if you think 8 years ago, small group training.
Revolutionary.
In a big box gym.
Yeah.
It was unheard of.
We were doing it too, just saying.
Yeah. Well, look at you guys now. You guys successful. She's successful. It was the moneymaker. And she saw me and she was like, watched me train, got me to jump in on a few things. And she was like, let's work together. I was still, let's not have it confused. I would wake up in the morning, do my coaching, go upstairs into the office, make a million phone calls a day, get people in. So I still had to do all my scouting for myself. I still had to do all of that. I just got to coach with her, did a little subcontract, and I actually ended up going and working for her gym after that. So she opened up a gym from there and she was like, would you take the risk and come with me? And I absolutely did. So female strength training gym. Lots of fun. Learned a lot. Got to watch her business go from nothing to unreal. And I'm sure she's still killing it now. So did that for a while. And then life changed. Things changed. Still wanted to be a trainer. Moved. Did a few things. So stopped working there. Started coaching males and females. Did a whole like find myself a few years into the industry. And then kind of got resettled again. So I was working out of like a small, they did group training there, but personal training. So like a small studio. Ended up meeting Ali there. So that was actually when I first learned about STCfit.
Shouts out to Ali Brown.
Shout out to Ali Brown.
Go. She'll be on very soon, next couple of weeks.
There you go. So segue. So that's where I met Ali.
We were just talking off camera before, like how we don't talk to anyone in the industry. And it's just like everyone's just like interconnected.
Yeah, literally. Literally. If you're
true.
around long enough and you're in the same city, you have to.
I've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Old man.
Yeah. So I would have just been coaching Ali at that stage, right?
Yeah. So you were coaching. I was, from memory, she's going to be like, wow, this is so weird. No, from memory, I remember her. That was when she was doing like the pageant and the photo shoots and stuff. So
national champ.
Yes.
She was.
So that's when I met Ali, first heard about you guys and whatnot. The lockdowns. So that brings us up like 6 years in. We're still coaching women, still strength training. Got to expand, coach VFL, AFL, AFLW, Formula 4. Learned about go-karts, not about cars. Got to coach like amazing lots of people in that time. So did that, and then the lockdowns hit, and at that time I was driving 45 minutes to work. And then, Shadow.
Just I'm gonna sleep on all the cables.
Every single one.
That's her
Most
thing.
inconvenient ever.
She's cute. She's allowed. And then the lockdowns happened, and I kind of looked at my client base, looked at the values of myself and the workplace I was working for, and I was like, I can do this by myself. I can do this. So I went online, And I did that and it worked out because like we were planning a family and things like that. And then pitter patter, fast forward, we're here. So, and I guess in amongst all of that, I coached powerlifting, did all of those things as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how it started and evolved. And it was just kind of like trying to find somewhere that I felt comfortable in, like a place that I knew my clients would be comfortable in, because massive red flag if your clients don't want to be like associated with a certain place as well. You're like, oh, okay. If I get along with them and we share the same values and you don't like that, I need to really look at this. So yeah, went online and
I think it takes a particular culture for yourself and your clients to walk into a brand that their key catchphrase is be less shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very, it divides
a lot of pressure.
Wall a lot straight away.
It's a lot of pressure.
Well, there's the pressure, but also like there's I feel like it's a select group of people that would be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Versus,
and I've got the best clients in the world and they're all just like, I had to like have this like sit down, it's a virtual thing with them. I was like, okay, so we are, because like before this, it was the S&C coach and it was abbreviated the Strength and Confidence coach. And I was like, okay, so the brand's going to change, but I'm not. Stalk their socials. This is who they are and who I will be associated with and who I would like you guys to be comfortable with being associated with. This is what it is. Let me know your thoughts. And everyone was like, yeah, like, well, if you like them, we'll probably like them.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up here. And I've had the same client, like at least half of my clients I've had for at least like 2 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, little fam.
That's awesome.
Did you ever find yourself moment when you were in fitness, PT? Like that moment when you were like, you got to persevere and you're going to actually do this?
Last year. That was pretty
That was
big
yours?
one. That was a pretty big
Oh,
one.
yeah? Yeah.
Not before that. No, I don't think so. Like moving out of Good Life was a big call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision of STCfit will be something more than us doing a bazillion sessions at Point Cook.
Sorry. Oxygen.
Terrible story.
Oxygen's still in the quads.
Yeah, that was a big move.
Yeah.
Moving gyms. But there was never like a what am I doing? It was just like, okay, for this to go bigger, I have to be somewhere else.
Yeah. I think like, I mean, I skimmed over.
Big Dog was just still, cast too big of a shadow at Point Cook.
Yeah. Had to step out from underneath.
He had to stop being a big fish in a small pond.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I think
it was like, what did we have at the time? 4 or 5 trainers.
Yeah, it was
and we're
lots.
doing like 140 sessions.
That's fucking too many.
Like, yeah. Small. It was.
we
are the biggest fish in a small pond. We need to go.
We've exhausted this place.
Yeah. I think we all look back at our time in those gyms like so fondly as well though, because like I didn't wash my own hair, so I would go get my hair blow dried every single Friday between like after my morning clients, go get my hair blow dried. My nails were always done. I'd go shopping so frequently. Like obviously we were idiots with our money when we were young. But it was just like
Jace wasn't. He put it all in a bag.
I was going to say, saved every cent. Bought a car cash.
Shit, yes. Like I just look back at those days and I think that like coming full circle now and like what it did for me, like even when I went through shit in my life after that, where I had to look and I'm like, do I just go get a 9-to-5 job where I know what my income is going to be? I'm going to do this. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, literally. I'm like, I'm not asking for permission to go to the toilet for anybody. I'm not going to ask to leave.
Imagine
right?
having a boss now.
I think so. We spoke about this. We're not.
Horrible.
We're horrible.
I hate
very
hate working for you
horrible.
guys.
Not
Not
employable.
sustained. Yeah.
Shit
Terrible to have a
employees.
boss.
Definitely a good rap sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously the dynamic of boss is like, I get my KPIs, kind of get along with you guys though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with you. It's perfect.
Yeah,
but
we don't even talk unless we have to.
Yeah. It's
I don't talk to anyone.
It's so collaborative, and it's cool because it's like our relationship with you is similar to your relationship with the mentees. It's like this is
Totally.
It's like do the thing, and then we don't have to talk about it. If the
Yeah.
thing gets done,
We're good.
I don't care when you're at the beach, when you're with Parker, I don't care.
Yeah,
Is the job done? Yes. Awesome.
that's it.
Is the job not done? We have a problem.
Literally. And we haven't got there yet, so
Do
that's
the
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Then we're good.
Yeah, that's it.
So.
Fuck, we speak some very eloquent sentences on this podcast.
Yeah.
You get all our shit, do the thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is how you be less shit.
STCfit in 2
That is how you be
sentences.
less shit.
So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, head to STCfitLearning.com, head to programs, and all the details are there, and you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. Yeah, so I think it would be useful, obviously kind of skimmed over Parker there.
Who's that?
Who's that? If you follow Jess on socials,
You know who
that
is.
is. Yeah, what changed for you, if anything, right before, after, now? Because obviously we work with a lot of female PTs.
Yeah.
It's like this whole like career thing, running your own business, all of that. Like even like setting it up for my wife now who runs her own business. Like, okay, how do we get this to a point where like
You can step.
once maternity leave hits, what are we doing? When are you coming back? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it definitely took a lot of forethought and definitely took a lot of planning. So like even just obviously not being an idiot with your money, making sure you're budgeting for these things, like, you know, whatever. We don't give financial advice. But doing all of that, I don't recommend the year after a pandemic begins thinking that everything's all in the clear, falling pregnant.
Now.
Yeah.
Falling pregnant and
got
then
the blue stripe on Spotify.
literally
Said the C word.
I didn't. I said the P word.
Same.
Actually.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was a joke.
So Bryce, my partner, works a very stable job, and he does work a 9 to 5, which we all turn our nose up at, and we're like, wow, how do you do it?
Oh, Bryce, how? Ugh.
As long as you can find the same role in the West, Bryce, it's fine.
Work from home. So obviously looking at your business structure and knowing that, do you have a system, or will the wheels keep turning if you're not pushing the button? If you're not there as part of it, I think it's going to still keep moving. So it was making sure, and I was like, I wasn't lucky. Like, I'm not fortunate. Like, I work with people that those ladies know what they're doing. They're not brand new into the gym. They knew what they were doing. They like following programs. They're aware that they don't get new workouts every week.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it was making sure my clients were self-sufficient enough to understand that our check-ins are just one part of this service that I provide. If I go away and provide you with 2 6-week programs, let's say, are you going to be able to continue to do your check-ins, to log your data, to care enough by yourself that when I come back, we can reflect together and we can move forward without having to take too many steps backwards? Understanding that obviously I do play a role of importance there, where I would hope that they would excel further if I'm in there. Yeah. So then it was that section. So making sure my clients knew what they were doing. And I guess from that, having enough money to be able to actually take some time away. So I did continue some clients through. I think I only took a total completely not looking at anything was like 5.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I want to get back involved. Because for those of you that don't know, newborns don't really do anything. They don't really do a lot. So like when it came to pregnancy,
especially Parker, it's the most chilled
so
kid
chill.
ever.
But like, yeah, through pregnancy, like I was very grateful. I had a very good pregnancy, still kept moving like the whole way through up until like 3 days before I gave birth. And I was like 41 weeks. So I was very lucky there. I was still switched on. I was like, for some reason I was expecting to be like incapacitated or something because of what people think pregnancy is. I was fine. Still ran the business, still did the thing, did whatever. Then came back. I actually didn't start back online. I actually started with a couple of face-to-face sessions because I didn't want to fully commit to being there, being present. And I was like, all right. And I picked a few of my clients and I was like, I brought people back in tiers.
Yeah.
So I had to be in a position where I was offering a few different services. So I renewed everyone back, and it was programming and fortnightly check-ins.
Yeah.
For some people. And then for a couple of others, it was just like organized based on the personality type, the relationship, and different.
Yeah.
It was different across the board, and they were all very well aware of that as well. And then a couple of face-to-face. And I guess Bryce and I were in a position that it was okay. The business was still making an income, and things slowly tiered itself back. So I could afford to take off those days where I would do absolutely nothing. I would do nothing but sleep all day, or with Parker. Or there would be like, I didn't want to take on a workload that I wouldn't be able to be present for my son.
Yeah.
And that is what has continued through, and what has transcended, and what has changed everything for me.
Yeah.
So he's not in childcare at the moment. I have one day where I'm fortunate enough that he's with Bryce's mum for a few hours, and one day that he's with my mum for a few hours. Everything else, he doesn't really show up in meetings unless I'm with you guys. He's shown up in like 1 or 2 with you guys. I don't like him showing up in meetings with people, so I do plan things in his nap breaks, and it's a lot of a juggle, but I still would like to provide a service with both my mentees and my clients when I'm recording their videos as well, where you don't have to take on my son just because I've got one. That's who I am outside of work.
Yeah.
But I'm a mentor. I am a mother. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. I'm all of these things. But right here, right now in this business, he doesn't impact that. And yes, that is a massive props to him for being so chill and very calm and relaxed that if I put him down to play, he will sit there and play next to me while I do these things.
Yeah.
Or go to sleep. So it's kind of changed all of that, where I don't do, like, I do 2 PT sessions a week.
Yeah.
Because I like to schedule everything in and around him. And I feel so fortunate.
It's bad enough for some.
Yep.
Yeah.
These days.
Yep.
I mean, I do more than that, but
I like the contact.
speaking to people's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, and I'm
Unless Ben doesn't like speaking.
I had about 4, and I had
unless
a couple.
you go to the gym, speak to Ben at the gym. He's getting upset.
Love having chats.
Gets upset. Walk up and say hi.
He'll break the ice
from this day onwards.
Force him out there.
It just looks like he doesn't want to talk to you, but
I
he
just have
actually
resting
does.
bitch face. It's all right. I'm a nice guy.
Oh, it is like my biggest rife when people are like, "Oh, I have a resting bitch face," but they just don't have an expression because nothing's happening.
I don't have one. I'm bald with a beard. Just fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be. Bald with a beard. No one talks to.
It's a lonely life, Jess.
It's interesting. So coming back to your question, like, did you have a moment where you were like,
find yourself, man.
Yeah. So it wasn't necessarily a find yourself moment, but I remember when things were nuts at Point Cook, doing 50 sessions a week, 5:30 starts, 8:30 finishes, just like
Split days.
Crashing your car, driving into the market.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, you guys crashed your cars being tired too?
Yes.
Oh, not me.
I
Definitely
did.
not.
Sorry, not Jason.
I hit a pole and
I
undercut
think I grinded my rims once, and I nearly cried.
Yeah.
I had a car accident driving. I did a night, a morning, driving to the afternoon. And within 2 months is when I quit my job and went.
Yeah. I turned into a car park, so turning left, so I was not on that side of the car, and clipped a pole. I just got out of the car and walked away. Did my session. I was like, I'll deal with this after.
Yeah, nice.
Just can't. Because if I did see it, I probably would have cried. And I was like, I have to deal with that later. Yeah, so that was a moment for me that I was like, something needs to happen. And that's when we went from STC Fitness to STC Fit. Jace got his cool contract on his yellow card, and all of those things started to happen where I was like, something has to change. And it's interesting because I look back at it now and I was thinking, prepping for this, because I do prep. Jace doesn't. He just comes.
It's good life. Good life.
Just like stuff we want to talk about. And I realized I will have been online 4 years, 2 months from now.
Cool.
Because I did it before. It was cool before COVID, guys.
Before everyone that didn't know what they were doing jumped on.
Just did it. Yeah. And now they've finally all left, and it's like, it's good.
Did they leave or did they not survive? Did they get chewed up and spat out?
Yeah, they went back to the gym.
They failed.
That's the word.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's actually not that easy. Anyway, so yeah, that was the moment that I was like, this needs to become a thing that's more than. And now looking back, listening to you talk about that was one of the reasons I was like, I don't want to be doing this, even though I'm 33 now. But when I'm 30, I don't want to be doing these split shifts.
Yeah.
If I have a family, I don't want to never be home.
Yeah.
I don't want to not be able to go out on weekends because I'm so fucking cooked.
Yeah.
Like, the thought of more people on a Saturday is like, no.
Yeah.
And then, now, literally, like, we spoke about it just before Christmas about, like, changes that I'd made. And one of them was, like, being strict with my work times. Like, I literally work either... Never. I just get you two to do it all.
He works? He doesn't just tell us what to do.
Much lately.
Yeah. Speaking, Jace messaged me this week like, I'm not busy enough. Is something wrong?
Yeah. Like, should I feel okay about this?
What did I miss?
I feel anxious because I'm not doing enough
I'll message
work.
him in a couple of weeks, but fuck, man, I'm on the pump. Fuck.
Yeah. Can you take some of this?
I think the anxiety is knowing that that's coming.
Yeah. It's
when you're
coming.
down
Yeah,
here.
so if you're here, it's like, fuck, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't scratch yourself.
But realistically, like, I work 8:30 till 4:30 now.
Yeah.
Every day. It's like, as much as we're like, no 9 to 5.
Oh.
It's like, now I've structured a life that I have lunch with my wife every day. I have dinner with my wife every day. It's like, play golf a lot. Still get my training in. And it's like, this is pretty sick. And I think that when we talk about, obviously tying it back into what we do with the mentorship and like giving you all our shit, part of that is the systems that allow you to then move from, whether it's like, there's a few different types of people that come to kind of work with us or pay attention to us. It's like, one, you're struggling, you're not making enough money and you need help, or you're too busy making money that you can't actually develop anything. Yeah. Because you're doing 400 sessions a week.
All your time and energy is on that gym floor.
Yeah, and it's like both times, it's like, will you be in the industry in 3 years' time if things don't change?
Without crashing your car.
Yeah, and that's what people don't think about. It's like, oh, I'm doing 40, 50 sessions a week. I'm taking home 2-3 grand. Everything's sweet. It's like, yeah, but can you keep doing that?
Oh, if you would like if I look at where I was, like, I'm fortunate enough to have gotten around this because obviously, like, this is not an age dig, but like the way that the industry, they're old.
Coming, Jason. It's all right. It's coming. I got you, bro.
So
got my shield on.
What? I can't, you know what, actually, it pisses me off when people say, oh, I've been in the industry for this long, but like they were failing for like half of it. So I've been using the fitness industry as my full-time income for 8 years.
Yeah.
So I quit my job 6 weeks into, so that's one thing for the mentees. Like, I had a 30 plus book of clients by 6 weeks and left my job. And I was like, in balls deep. That's it. I'm not going back from here. Mm-hmm. And when I look at what I was doing when I was that face-to-face trainer, where it's, you wake up early, like I do like getting up early. So like you wake up.
You're still crazy and still do stupid 5:30 client group stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, I don't know. I hate saying it, but I enjoy it. And even if I'm not coaching, I'm still getting up at that time to do things anyway. Mm-hmm. And like my kids,
sure.
You're a psycho. We get it. It's fine. Yeah.
I'm asleep when you guys are like living your best lives. Like my bedtime starts at 8:30. Yeah. But like, you know, I used to get up, have back-to-back clients, eat something. I started drinking coffee when I became a trainer. I didn't like coffee before.
Same.
That's standard.
Yeah,
Same.
Right? I went from nothing to short blacks because I was like, give me energy. Try not to shit myself on the gym floor, but give me energy.
I did transition slowly. It was like, okay.
Of course you did.
Sensitive Ben over here.
Mocha with a sugar, mocha without a sugar,
hot chocolate,
cappuccino with a sugar, cappuccino
marshmallow
without
top,
a
half
sugar.
A marshmallow. There.
Yeah, exactly. And then eventually
Can I have
we got
a little bit more chocolate powder?
Make it sweeter.
Oh God, where was I? But like, it's that wake up. It's a massive morning chunk of clients. It's eat something, train,
nap, do it again.
Nap in the office upstairs, and then come back down, do it again. Don't get home till what, like fucking 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now I look at what I do, where I'm like, I wake up, have a morning block of work or training. So my Monday to Friday is either I'm coaching on my computer or training between 6 and 8:30. Then it's Bryce goes to work, so I have to tap in as a parent. So he takes the mornings, but it's like, oh, I just I'm not at home. Like, I'm going, if I don't have a meeting booked in, like, I'm at a park.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. Like, great, I'm at a park, or I'm taking Parker swimming, or we're doing
Sounds
this.
like we need to give them more work.
Or we're doing...
At least we know the card's there to play. It's like, hey, remember that podcast? You said this. You got all the fucking time, mate.
You said you're firing me in this podcast.
No. Now I know how much we can squeeze here. We've got potential here.
And the first 4 contracts Jess signed, I was on the golf course. So I feel like I just have to play golf all the time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Successful.
So you heard it
really
here.
Wants an
Which camera's on? Which camera?
Both.
Both? Okay. You heard it here first. Ben plays golf and I get people signing contracts. But yeah, then it's like my middle of the day. Parker goes down for a couple of hours, and it is, people talk about time blocking. It is the most concentrated 1.5 to 2 hours of work.
Yeah.
Where if I was just working casually throughout the day, it would take me 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
But you sit there and you know it's so limited that you absolutely get through everything. You tick every single box.
Shit done.
Then I have my afternoon with my son and we get to chill, play. Bryce gets home from work. I finish off anything so I can go to sleep without thinking about it if it has to get done that day.
Yeah.
I do that between 5:30 and 7. And that's also where I book in. Like if someone's got a consultation after work hours or something, I'll book them in there. And then that's it for my day. So it's like a couple hours in the morning, couple hours in the middle of the day, couple hours at night. But it's a very different split shift compared to what I was doing where my days are filled with fun.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that I would be able to do this as a trainer. And I didn't think it would ever get to that.
Yeah.
But it does.
Yeah, definitely.
It can.
Yeah. If you do that.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STCfit Learning Mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship at STCfitLearning.com. Head to programs and mentorship and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. Yeah, because like you said, the when people say they've been in the industry it's like you've been the same trainer for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like yes, you've been in the industry, but
how many times have you gone on holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, that's a heavy question for a lot of people. When was the last time you took time off?
Yeah.
Speaking to you, because you haven't taken time off, but you bought a house.
Oh, went away. I technically had time off, just can go on holiday.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's good. That
We
was a good break.
We have good structure.
3 weeks. I had 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I just meant you
great.
haven't gone away.
Yeah.
Which was your thing
Yeah.
but you bought the house.
Spent lots of money on a house, so.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm not going away this year for the same reason.
I bought a brand new car because we weren't going to buy a house, and then we bought a house.
That was the biggest flex. Humble King flexing.
Well, it's kind of what happened. I was like, fuck, yeah, but that's not, I'm the one who takes care of the budget. Like, this doesn't work.
Yeah,
but no, it works.
We found a way.
When you're older, it works.
We found a way.
See?
Yeah. No, it's cool. I like the message. It's cool to have someone come into the team that's done it outside of us as well. Like everyone we sort of had just come through and graduated. So just having someone new come in with the awareness of like what it's like out there.
Oh, it's a jungle.
Yeah, and having so much experience around different places, work with different people, different environments, all that kind of stuff. It adds a new dynamic to the mentorship element as well. Because I think at times, like, even I'm sure people that listen to the podcast often will think, oh, it's easy for us. And like we get it in Standout and all that kind of stuff. And we try and get the newer guys that are in there to help the really newer guys to be like, because it's like it's a closer gap, right? It's like they've been in, we got guys
more relatable.
We've been in 12 months that are putting on, I think they're going to have 3 coaches by the end of next month.
Sick.
Yeah, and they're like already doing like 80, 90 sessions a week with 2 of them. Like,
incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They've only been in a year. But yeah, they look at Jason and I and they're like, yeah, but you guys are dinosaurs. You've been doing this 12 years. Like, of course.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's literally what you do with your time. I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I think that it would have been very easy for me to I could have just stayed being comfortable doing the sessions I was doing, could have done that, but it's like, well, how am I going to have a child and actually watch them grow and develop and do all of these things? Like, obviously, like, no shade to childcare. It's like, I want to be there for those early days. I want to see as many milestones as I can. That was the avenue we chose to go down. How am I going to do that if I have to be in a physical place coaching constantly on the floor? Like,
I think that's the most interesting part for me, at least, like being at that stage of my life as well. Like seeing, I wonder how many people would just be like, I can't do that and that, so I'll just get a job. Like I'll just work 3 days a week and then
it's easier to
do the mum thing
it
around
is like
that.
What I pride myself on. If I think everyone goes through, like, when you go through like matrescence and you become a mum, you like 100% lose. So I never lost a part of myself. It was more so that really doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I actually just don't give a shit about that. But everyone goes through that in their life, and we don't care about certain things we used to care about.
Yeah.
Just so happens that it happens. You go to the hospital as a couple and come home as a family, and you're like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
But
what do I do with this thing?
yeah, and I was like, so, like, even, like, I come from a very traditional European family, and we actually had this conversation. Try explaining what you do for work to your family, right?
My mum didn't know what I did before I was an online coach.
Yeah. Like, I
wild.
think, and, like, being in that position where it's like you either never work again or you go and work somewhere that will have you in 3 days a week and you do all that stuff. And it's like, well, no, it's important for me that I continue to train. It wasn't always 4 days a week when he came along, but like, you know, if I did 2 days, I did 2 days that week, whatever. But it's been very, very consistent that it's 4 days a week of training. I want to work, and I want to work, one, because I enjoy it, and two, fucking inflation. So obviously I need to be earning an income, and I want it to be stable, and I don't want to have to worry about what 3 months' time is going to look like.
Yeah.
And I want to be there for my kid. So it's like, if anyone is like, well, you can't do those things. You can't have a social life on top of that. You can't work, train, do this and do that. And I'm like, I will absolutely pride myself on the fact that you can absolutely have it all if you're willing to understand that your pizza can only be one certain size, but the slices have to change sizes depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I've had that exact, and like on the comment of like a lot of people would go get a job. I don't think that that's a negative thing. And I've had that
absolutely not
exact conversation with my wife. It's like, if you decide that running a business isn't what you want to do and you want a job, that's 100% fine. I think when the reason STCfit Learning exists is so you have the choice.
I went and got a job. Like, let's not forget that. Like, I went and got a job with you guys. It just so happens that the job that I seeked out was a flexible one. So I do understand that running a business, doing all of those things, incredibly difficult, but being in a position where you can make those calculated decisions
of what's going to work. I think it's so important, because we don't talk about it much, because we probably don't have
jobs,
the relatability or the insight.
We don't work
to talk to
just don't do anything.
A 25-year-old female PT that's like, I'm doing 40 sessions a week, 50 sessions a week, 20 sessions a week, split shifts. I've got to be head of marketing, head of sales, head of training. I've got to do admin, do all of this shit myself.
Yeah.
How do I then bring a child into this and still try and manage it all? I think the cool message is that you can. And I think that if you do it the right way, you can create a system that you can have all of those things. Because we talk about it all the time, like, how many 27-year-old personal trainers are there? Like 5?
Literally.
Because they all leave.
Yeah.
And it's not just women, it's men as well, but we don't get to have the insight when you're not here specifically for women and like starting a family and stuff.
And also being just older than 27, so still being quite young myself. Just turned 28.
Just before the hump.
It's all going downhill.
Yeah.
Expiry date's coming.
Isn't 27 when literally it's like your regeneration?
You hurt my feelings whenever you said it. I was like, fuck, I'm long gone after that.
Your regeneration rate is actually becomes slower than your degeneration rate at 27. So you're literally over the hump. 27. Sorry, Jess.
Oh, it's fine. I'm happy to be here. It's all right, guys. It's all right.
Ride the wave. It's fine.
I only plan on having one kid, so it can't get worse.
It's all right. Money solves that problem.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, stem cells.
Regen clinics.
We're all going to Dubai.
We're going to
Literally.
Dubai. IVF stem cells. Come at me.
That's the real flex on mine, I think. Moving to Dubai.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? If I sell my feet pics enough and find someone to fund things, I'm moving to Dubai.
Hey, if anyone wants to pay me that much for my feet, I'm in.
I reckon we could just go anyway.
Let's do it. Bryce, we're going to Dubai, not the West.
Have to get a job there. Actually, she get a job as a teacher, I reckon.
Oh, 100 an English-speaking teacher.
Ooh, I just bought a house, though.
Rent it.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't worry about it.
All right, let's do it. We're going.
We're going to Dubai.
Going to Dubai.
Great.
Then Steph's boss will definitely think I'm a drug dealer then. He already does.
100.
It's like, nice car, bought a house. We just sit at home, drops you off shit every day. It's like, fuck does this guy do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
None of your business.
Well, a lot of people think I do.
Our neighbours in Essendon definitely.
It's pretty hard to argue.
I'm still a boy dressed like I should have lived in the West, living in Essendon. And I had a very nice car in an expensive area in a basketball singlet and a flat peak hat with tattoos.
Yeah, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
No.
You know when you see someone during the day, though? Like, you kind of automatically think, like, this person doesn't
Why
work
are you at
for
home?
it. Yeah, like, you should be...
Why are you walking your blue... And that's the other thing. Is like, I'm dressed like that with my blue healer, walking my dog at 11 a.m.
This man is lost.
What are you doing?
He woke up from a bender in this suburb.
You don't belong here, son.
His car broke down and he's walking his dog here.
Yeah.
I had quite a few people cross the road.
Brocky Commodore.
Yeah, that's it. I'd sold the noisy V8 by that stage, thankfully. Cool. That was fun.
Cool. That was fun.
Thanks for making the enormous trek out to this side of town.
Yeah,
we're going to make
huge.
you do it more, though.
Yeah.
I feel like STCfit needs to come to the southeast instead of me moving to the west.
Maybe one day.
We'll see. I don't think
Just
so.
bought a house.
I'm moving in the opposite
I'm
direction.
going to keep saying that for 3 years. Just bought a house. Can't do anything.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck, literally.
And ever since you bastards planted the seed into Bryce's head, like, I know you guys are looking for a house. Point Cook.
Hey.
West.
Awesome place.
Yeah.
Awesome place.
Or if we go to Gisborne, maybe you can drag Jace to Gisborne as well.
Oh,
I'm not going to Gisborne.
That's going to take something special. That's like free house, maybe.
If you pay my relocation,
that's going to
and my accommodation.
2 of your best mates out there.
So even then, I don't know. It's
a good golf course.
It's all right. I'm happy to trek out.
Less humans.
Yeah, it's a good gym out there.
Cheap for us to open a gym.
No, not happening. I'll be working from home. Clip that.
Awesome. What's your Instagram handle for people to come find you?
At Jess Tirpkos, Tirpkos, where you'll get a combination of my entire life, and so you will get Parker videos.
They're the best part.
Yeah, a little bit of coaching, a little bit of training, a little bit of Parker, some dogs.
Yep.
Kind of summarizes
What a combination.
it. Yeah, kind of summarizes it.
And if you want to learn from Jess, head to www.stcfitlearning.com/mentorship. Tam told me to look down the camera. To find out more about the mentorships, like we said, you get all of our shit, and then you be less shit, and then you do the thing.
And you know what? Even if you don't
clip that.
Wow. Clip that. Wow. We are going places.
And on a less aggressive note, because I feel like I'm evening it out. But even if you don't know if it's for you, just jump on jump on a call.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have sworn
fucking call.
Just jump on a fucking call.
Say what you really feel.
Yeah.
Like, just jump on a call and ask questions.
Yeah.
Like, ask questions. Ask us how we do it. Because I'll be honest, our lives sound kind of appealing. So
I'd do it again.
Yeah, because it would have got done faster.
That's where I'm at though.
Yeah.
Like, I've been. 8 years.
Now that
is
I'm
a
old,
decent time.
I'm enjoying my life on the other side. I could have
been having fun at 25.
Yeah, in my prime. Yeah, might not have even been married. Might not have even found Steph. I'd just be living it up. You know? Fuck, what a life. Eh? All these questions.
While I remember, it's Monday now when this has come out. Wednesday night, I'm going to be presenting at an industry night at Good Life Point Cook. If you're in
Ground
Melbourne
Zero
West.
for STCfit.
That's right, where it started 12 years ago. Yep. That won't be in the presentation
changed a
at
single
all.
bit though. Sort of just feel like home.
It's amazing. You'd come. I think there's a few of us presenting. So come down. I'm talking about how to fill your book face to face, and I think someone's doing like online how to build that as well. Then on the Saturday, we have Mike all the way from Canada, from My Strength Book, which is the training app that you don't know that everyone's using. He's going to be presenting on the app itself, and then I'm going to talk about taking features and turn them into actual selling points, because your clients don't give a fuck how your app tracks metrics. They care about how it solves problems. So I'm going to talk about that. Jace is going to talk about...
I haven't decided yet.
I thought it was check-ins, but he hasn't decided yet. And then I think Jamie...
I'm just going to keep him guessing.
Jamie from Strength Culture is going to present as well on building community, particularly in the online space as well. So should be a good day. Both events are free. Both the links are in our link in bio on Instagram on the STCfit Learning page, so you can go register. Come along. I know, I think we're like 50% full already for the event at My Strength Culture, and I'm pretty sure they haven't actually talked about it on socials yet, so it's going to be snapped up really quick once they do. So
get in. Don't miss out.
Yeah. I think that's it.
All right. Lots of events.
And we'll see you in March. Last weekend of March will be in Queensland, all of us.
We will. We've got a nice house this time too. I'm looking forward to it.
It's fucking awesome.
Ooh. You guys went all out for me, my first trip.
I complained enough.
Princess J.
There's a lot of complaining.
I'm going to have to fight you for the main room and ensuite.
So I don't give a fuck now. It's like the house is good. I'm fine. If I can lie on the couch and my whole body fits on it, we're
big
fine.
Boy doesn't fit on couches.
No, it was a small couch.
We have 4 living areas.
1 each.
2 outdoor.
We can Zoom in separate parts of the house now.
One like really outside.
Yeah.
One that's outdoor, indoor.
Yeah.
And then 2 in the house.
I love it.
Incredible.
Yeah. I don't want to get too excited in case I get disappointed.
Yeah, hopefully.
Time.
You've seen the photos. You approved. So it's out of my hands now.
No, I'm still going to complain.
Of course you will.
Okay, I miss my dog or something.
You'll be away from home. You forget your pillow. That's
an old person thing.
Hey, you spend fucking $250 on a pillow. You want that shit everywhere you go. I'm a privileged person, Jess. I put myself in this position to buy what I like.
I love it.
Yeah.
It only happens when you're middle-aged.
It's called no compromise.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to go fuck myself. I'll see you later, guys.
See you next week.
Bye.